My boarding pass trembled in my hand as the final call echoed through the terminal, and that was when I saw her, sitting on the cold floor by the glass doors, holding a baby too tightly for someone who had nowhere left to go. Her eyes met mine for half a second, and in that moment I missed more than my flight. I changed a life. I just didn't know whose. I missed my flight because I stopped running. That's the lie I told myself later anyway. The truth was uglier and softer at the same time. I missed my flight because something inside me cracked open when I saw her. I had been sprinting through the airport, laptop bag slamming against my hip, phone pressed to my ear while my boss barked about delays and deadlines. The loudspeaker announced boarding for my flight to Chicago, and panic sharpened my steps. Then I saw her. She was sitting against a pillar near the exit doors, half hidden behind a vending machine that hummed too loudly. A woman, young but worn down in a way that age alone couldn't explain. Her hair was dark, tangled, pulled into a loose knot that had given up hours ago. She wore a thin sweater that looked like it had once been white, now dulled to the color of old paper. In her arms was a baby, wrapped in a faded blue blanket, one tiny fist poking out like it was trying to hold on to the world. I don't know why my eyes went to her instead of the gate sign flashing "Final Boarding." Maybe it was the baby. Maybe it was the way she was rocking slightly, not begging, not speaking, just existing in a place that didn't want her. Her eyes were fixed on the floor, but when she looked up, they were startlingly clear, gray, calm and broken at the same time. I slowed down, then I stopped. "Sir?" My boss snapped through the phone. "Are you at the gate?" I didn't answer. I ended the call without thinking, the screen going dark in my hand. The baby whimpered softly, and the woman adjusted the blanket, whispering something I couldn't hear. She looked up again, this time meeting my gaze fully. There was no performance in her eyes, no outstretched hand, just exhaustion. And something else, pride maybe, or fear of being seen. I should have walked away. I had meetings lined up, contracts on the line, a promotion dangling just out of reach. Missing this flight was unthinkable. Instead, I crouched down in front of her. "Hi," I said, feeling stupid immediately. Are you okay?" She hesitated, then nodded once. It was the kind of nod people give when telling the truth would take too much energy. "The baby's beautiful," I added. Her lips twitched, almost a smile. "Thank you. His name is Noah." "How old is he?" 6 months, she said. "Almost." He chose that moment to open his eyes, big and dark, staring at me with the solemn seriousness only babies have. Something in my chest tightened painfully. "Do you have somewhere to go?" I asked. She looked past me, toward the sliding doors and the gray sky beyond them. "Not tonight." I swallowed. Are you hungry?" She shook her head quickly. "He's fed. I'm fine." It was such a practiced answer that it hurt. I glanced at my watch. Boarding had closed. The flight was gone. A strange calm settled over me, like the decision had already been made somewhere deeper than logic. "I have an apartment," I heard myself say. "Not far from here. It's empty tonight, I mean, I'm not, but I won't be there. I was supposed to be on that flight." I gestured vaguely behind me. "If you need a place to sleep? Just for one night?" Her eyes widened, alarm flashing across her face. "No, I can't. I'm not asking for anything," I said quickly. "I swear. You can lock the door. I'll give you the key. I'll be gone for a few days anyway." She studied me, suspicion warring with desperation. I couldn't blame her. I was a stranger in an airport offering a key to his home. That was how bad stories started. "My name is Daniel," I said, holding up my hands slightly, as if that proved anything. "I live alone. I work too much. The place is safe, clean. There's food, a crib." I stopped, realizing how insane this sounded. "Okay, no crib, but a couch, a bed, heat." The baby let out a soft cry, and she pressed her lips to his forehead, closing her eyes for a moment. When she opened them again, they were shiny. "One night," she said quietly. "Just one." Relief washed over me so strongly my knees felt weak. I scribbled my address on the back of my boarding pass, then hesitated before pulling my keys from my pocket. My apartment key was worn, scratched from years of use. I placed it gently in her open palm. "There's extra blankets in the closet," I said, "and formula in the pantry. My sister left it there when she visited with her baby. Use anything, please." Her fingers curled around the key like it might disappear. "Why?" she asked softly. I didn't have a good answer. "Because I'd want someone to stop for my sister," I said finally. "Or for him." I nodded at Noah. She nodded, blinking hard. "Thank you," she whispered. I walked away before she could say anything else, my chest buzzing with something like fear and something like hope. That night I slept in an airport hotel staring at the ceiling, replaying her face over and over. I told myself I'd done a good thing. I told myself it was just one night. I didn't know that when I returned, nothing would be the same. The first thing I noticed when I opened my apartment door 3 days later was the smell. Not something bad, just different. Warm. Like soup and clean clothes and something sweet, maybe cinnamon. It hit me so unexpectedly that I froze in the doorway, keys still in my hand. My couch, which I usually left buried under jackets and unopened mail, was neatly arranged. A small stack of folded baby clothes sat on the coffee table. The air felt lived in. "Hello?" I called out cautiously. There was a rustle from the bedroom, followed by soft footsteps. She appeared in the doorway, holding Noah against her chest. He was awake, alert, his eyes instantly finding me. For a split second, fear flashed across her face, then relief. "You're back," she said. Yeah, I replied, suddenly unsure of everything. "I didn't mean to scare you. I wanted to make sure you were okay." She nodded. We were. I was just about to leave." My heart dropped. "Oh, I said one night, but I didn't mean you had to rush out. I know," she said quickly. "You've already done more than enough." There was an awkward pause, thick and heavy. Noah gurgled, blissfully unaware of adult discomfort. "I'm sorry," I said. "I should have texted. I didn't think to exchange numbers." She managed a small smile. "It's okay. I shouldn't still be here." "But you are," I said before I could stop myself. She looked at me then, really looked at me, and something in her expression softened. "My name is Lena," she said quietly. "Lena," I repeated. "It's good to officially meet you." She glanced around the apartment. "I cleaned a little. I hope that's okay." "Of course," I said. "Thank you." I noticed then how different she looked. She had showered, her hair was brushed, pulled back neatly. She wore one of my old hoodies, sleeves rolled up. She still looked tired but less haunted. More present. "I can leave now," she said again, though her voice lacked conviction. "Do you have somewhere to go?" I asked. She hesitated. "Not really." I exhaled slowly. "Then stay," I said. "At least until you figure something out. We can talk. Set boundaries. I don't want you to feel trapped or uncomfortable." Tears welled up in her eyes, and she turned away quickly, pressing her face into Noah's hair. "I don't want to be a burden," she whispered. "You're not," I said firmly. "You're a guest." She stayed. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into a quiet rhythm I hadn't known I was missing. Lena cooked simple meals, insisting it was the least she could do. I came home earlier than usual, eager in a way that surprised me. Noah learned to recognize my voice, his face lighting up when I walked through the door. Late one night, after Noah had fallen asleep, Lena finally told me the truth. She hadn't always been homeless. She had been married. She had trusted the wrong person. When she got pregnant, his love turned into control, then violence. She ran with nothing but a diaper bag and hoped that she could protect her son. "I tried shelters," she said, staring into her tea. "Some are good. Some are terrifying. I just wanted one night where I could lock a door." I understood then why she had clutched my key like it was oxygen. One evening, as I rocked Noah while Lena showered, my phone buzzed. A message from my boss, a promotion offer, a relocation package, another city, another life. I looked down at the baby in my arms, then toward the bathroom where steam curled under the door, and Lena hummed softly. That was when I realized the truth. Missing my flight hadn't been an accident, and giving her my key hadn't just saved her. It had finally unlocked something in me, too. You just heard a story of betrayal, survival, and quiet revenge. If it left you thinking, hit like, share it forward, and subscribe for more true emotional stories that'll stay with you long after they end. Every click helps another story find its voice.